World War I, known as the Great War, marked a turning point in human history. Between 1914 and 1918, millions of lives were lost in a conflict that devastated Europe. But amidst the smoke of the trenches and the chaos of battle, an imagination was born that would forever change literature. Among the British soldiers fighting in the bloody trenches of the war was a young officer named John Ronald Reuel Tolkien. This young man, destined to become the creator of Middle-earth, found in the horrors of war an unexpected source of inspiration for his most iconic work, The Lord of the Rings. In 1914, Europe was ablaze. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria triggered a chain of alliances that brought the great powers of the continent into an unprecedented war. Millions of young men were called to the front, many with dreams of glory that soon turned into nightmares. Among them was Tolkien, a talented Oxford student who loved ancient languages and Norse mythology. However, like so many others, his life was interrupted by the conflict. In 1915, Tolkien joined the British Army, becoming a signals officer, a position requiring intelligence and technical skill to maintain communications on the battlefield. On July 1, 1916, the Battle of the Somme began, one of the bloodiest battles of the war. Over 1 million men were killed, wounded, or went missing in 5 months of fighting. Tolkien arrived at the Somme in June 1916. As a signals officer, he was responsible for installing and maintaining communication lines between the trenches and command. The task exposed him to constant danger, as bombs fell and the lives of his comrades vanished around him. One night, under enemy fire, I saw one of my men collapse into the mud. I couldn't help but think about how fragile life is. These experiences cannot be erased, but perhaps, one day, I can give them meaning. While Tolkien faced horror at the Somme, another equally devastating battle raged to the southeast in Verdun, France. Although Tolkien was not directly at Verdun, the impact of this battle resonated throughout Europe, becoming a symbol of resilience and sacrifice. It's impossible not to see the parallels between the desolate landscape of Verdun and the lands of Mordor. For Tolkien, the devastation of these battles was not just physical but also spiritual. This echo of despair is reflected in Frodo and Sam's journey through the wastelands of Gorgoroth. Tolkien was not alone in his struggles. Since his student days, he had formed a close-knit group of friends known as the TCBS. Together, they dreamed of changing the world through art and literature. But the war had other plans. Of the members of the TCBS, several died in combat. These losses left a profound mark on Tolkien, shaping his understanding of sacrifice, friendship, and loss, central themes in his stories. When the war ended in 1918, Europe lay in ruins. Tolkien returned home, but the physical and emotional scars of the war stayed with him for the rest of his life. During his recovery from trench fever, he found solace in writing. It was then that the first tales of Middle-earth began to take shape. The trauma of war permeated his writing. The stories of elves, men, and dwarves facing great threats were not just fantasies but a way to process the realities of his time. Today, Tolkien's legacy lives on in millions of readers and fans worldwide. His work not only transports us to a world of fantasy but also reminds us of the lessons of history, the importance of friendship, resilience in the face of adversity, and the power of imagination to transform even the darkest experiences. World War I destroyed lives, but it also shaped one of the brightest minds in modern literature. J.R.R. Tolkien reminds us that even in the darkest moments, hope and creativity can flourish. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more awesome content. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next one.